Jim, everyone live here, and in this week I started asking myself a difficult question about my entrepreneurial career, which is, am I actually taking seriously my own business, my own agency, Flowmerce AI, where I try to sell AI systems to plumbers and electricians, or I am just starting to slowly giving up without even realizing that. Like every online guru and big entrepreneur says that just trust the process, but no process comes with with a warning sign, with a label that says keep going, your success is just like 12 months away from now, or your success is 5,000 rejections and 5,000 failed cold calls from now. For sure, as an entrepreneur, you and only you can say to yourself, like, stop it now, like, this business model, this business is not working and it will not play out. Like, you're the only one who takes the decision for yourself. And that's what makes entrepreneurship even more difficult. Every day, you ask yourself many questions with incomplete information. And so therefore I've started asking myself during this week, where do I stand right now? Well, this week was not exciting. It was rather mostly exhausting since I spent my time on my 9 to 5 job where I sell as well from Tuesday to Saturday even, doing door-to-door sales here in Italy, and like for 10 hours every single day from like 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., if not even more than that. And well, on a commission-based job, when you don't do any deal, you don't make anything. Yeah, sure. I have made some contracts here and there, so I've made like 300 euros in commissions during this week, which is not a lot. But well, in some days I made literally zero cents. But after all, by working in sales in any industry, it doesn't matter what you sell. If you sell gas and light contracts, or if you sell AI automation, or if you sell properties or cars, it doesn't matter because in sales you learn a very important lessons that I also have to keep in mind always. That well, by working in sales, I felt in love with trying rather than winning. Yeah, sure, everyone loves to win, but not everybody is willing to do the same thing every single day for hours, even after many no's and failings, and after every rejection that they get, some people just give up after 1 or 2 days, while I cannot allow to do this because by working in sales, I have to stay consistent and well, just trust the process as many much more successful people than I am say. I just have to trust the process. And yeah, 300 euros after having worked for 6 days in a week for more than 10 hours every single day, that seems like nothing. And yeah, it's not enough. But by working in sales, I have learned a very important lesson that I always keep in mind, which is that I'm in love. Not yeah, sure, I love winning, but I am first of all in love with trying. Like, sure, everybody loves to win, but not everybody is willing to do the same thing for hours, the whole day, every single day, without any result, and then still keep showing up every single day and do the same things until you find that positive prospect, that positive lead that will say to you, yes, why not, I'm buying. Or that gas and light contract, or the internet that I also sell here in Italy, like with Fastweb or Sky or something like that. Or even with my UK and US prospects, like these plumbers or electricians to which I sell AI systems. Well, I also get hundreds of no's every single day, but uh, until I get to that one who says to me, yes, why not, let's book this Zoom call and let's see what you have. And getting all these no's, all these rejections, that alone just makes feel the win even more rewarding, in the sense that like after long hours of rejection, especially in door-to-door sales, where you have also to physically exhaust yourself, like you go from one palace to the second one and so on and so on, it is also tiring physically. Well, yeah, that feels even more rewarding, that one, yes, that you get on door to door. But as well, getting rejections on door to door, that improves my resilience and my ability to handle, or rather just accept the yes, since that also reminds me how actually it is easy to just dial numbers and doing cold calls while sitting on a chair like now. Like it is very easy to just do cold calls. Doesn't matter if in Italy or to the US or to the United Kingdom, maybe even getting insulted while doing these cold calls. Well, it's just uh, it is just part of the process, and it is much easier to get a rejection while sitting on a chair than doing door-to-door sales. That's why door-to-door sales it is also a very important part that forms a good salesman. For sure, these 300 euros that I have made during this week in this commission-based job, well, I know that this is not where I want to be. I want more, and I know that I can make more, but I understand that in this kind of job, like commission based, with a commission based salary, well, what I will get, it only depends on me. So the more people I am able to help, but first of all, to convince to sign the contract that I give them, well, the more money I'm going to make, and it is my responsibility to do this and become a better salesperson. But still, and here is the main part of this video, since I was spending so much time and energy on my traditional job during this week, my own business, like, it started falling apart. It just stayed still. Like, I barely had the energy left to work on my own agency, on Flowmerce AI, and well, that alone just concerns me. What I mean is that I leave my house like at 8:30 a.m. and get back after work like at 8 p.m. I have like 4 hours left from 8 p.m. until 12 I guess that is p.m. in English. That I have 4 hours left for taking a shower, eating, and doing cold calls towards the US prospect in that case, because the last time I just I don't cold call UK prospects because well, yeah, while doing door-to-door sales you cannot just dial and do cold calls also towards the United Kingdom. But still, this part that I'm going through, it is not only my problem that my business feels like it is falling apart, or that I am like spending less time on it. I believe that every entrepreneur and the person who has made generational wealth in their career or in their life, for their family or for themselves, well, they all reach that point sooner or later. And I mean, I mean that at the beginning when you start your journey, like, you're motivated, but after all, and after some time, the excitement just disappears. The results also slow down. Maybe you start questioning yourself, your business model, your niche, and so on and so on. And ultimately, you don't know if you're being disciplined, or if you're just refusing to admit that something is not working in your case. And well, the best part of all this is that you are the only one who decides whether keep going and moving forward or quitting. And when I say this, I mean that during this week there were there was one day when I just came back from that 9 to 5, like at 9 p.m., and I was so tired that well, I just didn't want to do cold calls towards the United States, because I knew that well, now I start dialing them, I don't have that much energy after more than 10 hours of work here in Italy, and that I'm going to get rejections, and I accept them, because I mean, getting those on cold calls or on door to doors, yeah, it is normal. I just didn't want to, and I didn't want to go through that pain again. I just wanted to rest and sleep. Well, that was a bit a very shameful thing, I guess, from my side. If I say that I want the success so badly, I must pursue it, and moving towards it, and not just quitting it. And well, just resting. I cannot allow myself to do this, and therefore this week one thing became very clear to me. Like the biggest danger is not having one bad day or one bad week. The real danger is letting this one bad day or week becoming your new standard, because like this is exactly where the business starts dying, because one missed day becomes become then two missed days, and then three and four and so on and so on, and then your business just falls apart and you forget about it. And well, that's why I want to implement this new feature inside of my business, inside of my agency, Flowmerce AI, like a bare minimum of cold outreaches every single day. Like every single day for Flowmerce I will do a minimum of 100 cold calls, whether towards the US prospects or towards the UK prospects, every single day. Sure, except Sunday, but after all, 100 dials, maybe half of them will respond to me if I'm lucky. Maybe 10 or 50 of them will actually listen to my script until the end, and maybe one or two will actually book a Zoom call with me, a discovery call, where I will show them my product, my AI systems, my AI automation receptionist, and so on and so on. Or maybe none of them will. I don't know, but the point is that I have to show up every single day and do these damn outreaches, these cold calls, because the ones who win in the game of entrepreneurship are not the ones who just start, begin, feel motivated, and well, spend much energy on their work. Like maybe they use 120% of their energy in 3 days of the week. Well, these people will have less success than the ones who show up every day and do the work every single day, but just use like 16% of their energy, but every single day. Like on the long term, these less people, they will have more success than the first ones. And it is my goal to this work, to do these cold outreaches every single day towards the UK and the United States, because it is my goal and my responsibility to have success in this business, and I should not quit. So yeah, from tomorrow, which is Monday, the 13th of July, I I will start dial every single day at least 100 cold calls towards the United Kingdom or to the United States to plumbers and electricians, trying to book these discovery calls on Zoom with them. Maybe maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but I would rather fail knowing that I have tried my very best and that I have been consistent, and I guess we will find it out together if this idea of mine, if this my agency will after all have success or not. All the best. Probably in this stage of my entrepreneurial career where for now I do not have any single customer, any single plumber or electrician that is paying me for the service that I provide for this AI reception that I create, and being stuck like at that my so-called 9 to 5 job. But now I am at the stage of my entrepreneurial career, like has even Alex Hormozy has named it as the crisis of meaning. Like the six stages are the uninformed optimist, the informed pessimist, the crisis of meaning, and then probably the crash and burn. Then there is the informed optimist, and after all, you achieve your goal. For now, I guess when I started this agency 6 months ago, I was an uninformed optimist, which means I used to think that after some weeks that I try to do these cold calls and I create this AI receptionist, I will have my first client definitely that will pay me money and I will get very rich in a very short time. Well, no, that wasn't the case. So I became like an informed pessimist. I remember how I used to start my day by thinking that yeah, today I'm going to start my day and just getting no's and rejection the whole day long, and without booking any single Zoom call. And well, this thought itself manifested in the fact that I used to suck at cold calls. Not that now I'm the best one, but now I have a much more positive attitude when I start dialing these numbers to cold call plumbers and my prospects. Now, I guess in this precise period, I am in the crisis of meaning, which is like the hardest part, probably, where I have two options. I could either just crash and burn, which means that I will just quit this business and I will start a new business model with a new niche, maybe with a new product or service that I sell. But in that case, all the cycle will restart from the beginning, which means that I will be once again an informed optimist, which means that I will think that this new business model will definitely make me successful in some days or weeks from now, which is not the case. The second option is that I will keep trying. I will still do these cold outreaches towards the United States and the United Kingdom to selling this AI system to plumbers and electricians. And well, after all, I will ultimately get that one positive prospect that will say yes to my Zoom calls, and maybe he will like how I, not what I show him, but how I show him this. And well, by building this trust, this empathy, I will be able to sell these damn AI receptionists to them. Well, and after that, I will ultimately achieve my goals of starting making real online money and helping people solving specific problems. And yeah, it is my goal and responsibility to be able to handle this crisis of meaning phase where most people quit. I cannot and I should not quit, since it is my goal to become like the best version of myself, to become as rich as I can, and then ultimately helping the people that I care about.